very special guest and our friend in the studio right now. He is none other than Dr. Leong Ho Nam, infectious disease specialist from Mount Elizabeth Novena Hospital. His clinic is the Rofi Clinic.
Dr. Leong, thank you so much for joining us once again. It's always a pleasure to have you with us.
It is. Like I say, this is the craziest crew on the air.
So, what are some of the difficult challenges that we've had to face so far?
So one of the difficult changes which we have is actually contact tracing. The better you have in contact tracing, the more likely you can control the epidemic. The scientists have done the modeling. If your contact tracing is at least 80% and above, then we can actually make a difference in the epidemic. So if you look at Singapore spared no effort in tracing all these people, and they wanted to catch simply as many as them possible.
You mentioned something, the fact that we have a zero mortality rate, but everywhere else around the world, I mean, to put bluntly, people are dying. What is it? Is it our system? Is it our people?
Now, the reason is that we have an excellent team of doctors. Remember, Singapore is a referral center for all the doctors, for all the patients around the region, all the way to India, all the way to the north, to even Taiwan and China, and right down south. Now, but I think it's very, very important to understand that the hospitals are not overloaded at this point in time. The government did the right step. They decanted. If you're not emergency, get out, get out, get out. So you actually have free beds, and you have a lot of free doctors who have a lot more time and thought about how to manage this disease. So when you are sick, you should go and see your GP first, and they'll do the first screening. Yes, they may get hit, but so far, my GPs were fabulous. No one fell sick. Okay, so GPs are doing a fabulous job. So they will do the first screenings, and if they're not well, the patients are not well, they refer in. Remember, they have the PHPC clinics now, and these clinics actually offer subsidized care. So they can see it's a centralized fever. They have all the protective equipment ready. We have been planning for this since 2003, the days of SARS. So all the old textbooks, manuals all come out, and we are doing this. Hospitals, as long as they're not overloaded, we are going to hit very low mortality. We're going to show the world where united Singapore, where everyone cooperates together and looks after. I look after your back, you look after my back. We can actually go through this. And guess what? Not only are we seeing it for ourselves, the banks are seeing it. Guess what? Morgan Stanley actually issued a buy call. Can you imagine? Buy Singapore stocks 2 days ago. Why? Because Singapore's doing it right, and Singapore will come out. And when this whole COVID goes kaput, Singapore is going to emerge the first economy to be ready to take on the new wave, and we're going to get out of this recession. So that's the mentality which we have. Clean hand in one, pan or work on the other. So we keep Singapore safe, and yet we keep the economy going.
Once you've got the virus, you've gone in, you've done your quarantine, blah, blah, you come out of hospital, are you okay? Can you catch it again? Can you spread it? What?
Very good question. Singapore very kiasu. Okay, so when a person comes out of an illness, before he's discharged, they are swabbed in the nose twice to make sure that the virus is no longer there. So it goes out into the community and perfectly well.
Okay, one last question before we go. Any news on the vaccine?
Vaccines, I know there are lots of videos circulating out there. In fact, my brother-in-law sent me one. He says a vaccine was discovered in 3 hours. That is literally talking about playing chess on the paper. Many researchers out there can design the vaccine now in a matter of hours. Why? Because they have done it for MERS. They've done it for other viruses. And what they'll do is they'll just take out the cassette for MERS and put in the COVID-19, or what you call the SARS-CoV-2, and you have it. But that's not the end of it, because you have the next trial on rats. After trying on for rats, you need to show that the rats survive and there's nothing happens to the rats, and the rats can survive an infection. After that, you need to try on normal, healthy human beings without any exposure. Then after that, you need to try it on humans who are in the midst of epidemic. That means this won't be in China. This possibly in Korea or at the next place where it strikes. and show that the vaccine actually works. This is the trials which the country has to go through. I know some president of some big country has insisted that it be ready in 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And Anthony Fauci, a man I truly respect, he hates the vaccine arm and he says, no way, Jose, it's going to take at least a year. So please don't depend on the vaccine. At this point in time, you depend instead on clean hands, depend instead on your working tool and doing this together. You depend on hand on your heart as you go into a meeting with no fever, no cough, I'm not feeling sick, and you're going to share your peace to the others.
All
Awesome.
right.
Well done.
All right, Singapore, we will get through this. All right. And once again, remember, although we have the gold standard for managing COVID-19, let us not be complacent. Always be responsible. Thank you so much, Dr. Leong, for coming in again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. The
Awesome
craziest
having
bunch
you.
on the air.
Thank you.
We love you, Dr. Leong. Please keep up the good work as well. I mean, you've been saluting all the doctors, and we salute you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Leong.
Singapore. We are here today because everyone plays their part.
Good time. Greatest hits. 1FM 91.3.